Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Perry Public Schools Administration and Board of Education, I would like to welcome you to the 2016 Perry High School graduation services. I've been asked to remind everyone that all Perry Public Schools facilities are tobacco-free and smoke-free environments. At this time, we would also ask that you move to the center of the sections where possible. We anticipate a large crowd today, and we would like to make the best use of the seating. Please keep the empty seats between you to a minimum. We appreciate your cooperation. Services will begin promptly at 10 a.m.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome. My name is Scott Chenoweth. I'm the superintendent for Perry Public Schools, and on behalf of the Board of Education, our administration and staff, we want to welcome you to the 2016 Perry High School graduation ceremonies. At this time, I'd like to do a little bit of introductions and start with our Board of Education. Mr. Aaron Frabel, Mr. Paul Green, Mr. Jason Proctor, Mr. Greg Hogan, and Board President, Mrs. Janet Brand. I'd also like to introduce our high school principal, Mr. Les Justice. Before we start, I would like to say a few words today. Today is a very, very special day. There are 2 days probably in these students' education that are like today. One is the very first day that they start school. The same emotions for parents on that day are the same today. But transitioning from the elementary to the junior high or transitioning from the junior high to the high school was not quite as stressful or special or fear or exciting as what today is. And so the first day and graduation day are obviously 2 very special days in their education. And I want to take a little bit of time to talk about the emotions that brings to light today between the students and the parents. With the students, I think there may be a few of them that are nervous. The valedictorians that have to get up here and give their speeches may be nervous. But I think for the rest of the class, it's true, pure excitement. They are happy and ready and glad to be done. In fact, I think the look I'm getting from most of them is, can we make this any shorter, please? So, with that, I'll move on. What I want them to feel is pride. I want them to know that what they've done, they should be proud of. It doesn't matter. For some of them, it may have been easier. For some of them, it may have been a little harder. But they all had challenges. They all had obstacles. They all had things that they had to overcome to get to today. And they need to be proud of that effort. And they need to be proud that they're a Perry Maroon. As the saying goes, once a Maroon, always a Maroon. Now they're stepping from being a Maroon to being once a Maroon, always a Maroon. So I'm very hopeful that they have pride in their school, pride in their community, and pride in what they have done to get here today. Parents, on the other hand, have split emotions. Parents are excited, They finally get these kids maybe out of their house. The refrigerators may fill back up a little bit. So they're very excited. But at the same time, there's anxiety, there's fear, there's stress. Because now we kind of step into a part of unknown. For the last 12, 13 years, you've known that at 8 a.m. your child's going to get up, go to school, and around 3 or 3:30 your child's going to come home. And in the evening, there's going to be some sort of activity that you attend to support your child. That has been a mainstay for the last 12 to 13 years. That's all about to change. And that brings on anxiety, fear, the unknown. But the biggest emotion that takes over today's students, and I want you to understand this, is the love that your parents have for you. No matter how excited they are that you're finally leaving and graduating, no matter how scared they are of the unknown of what is to come next year when you're now young adults, the love that they have for you overwhelms the pride, overwhelms the fear, overwhelms the excitement. And with that, I hope that you enjoy today's graduation ceremonies. Thank you.
Good morning, senior class of 2016, parents, grandparents, and friends. I'm Alexandra, senior class president, and I am pleased to present the Perry High School Band playing at a Dixieland Jazz funeral directed by Mr. Mark Henderson, featuring the senior band members. As I sat down to write this speech, I had a lot of trouble trying to figure out what to say to you all. How am I supposed to inspire you, my peers? After all, I have no actual knowledge or experience of what life after high school will be like. I just made good grades. But that doesn't automatically give me life experience. So what qualifies me to stand up here on the stage and tell you all about the future? I honestly have no idea what it will be like. I have hopes for the future. I hope to earn a degree in 4 years. I hope to be successful, and I hope to be filthy rich with a very attractive husband. But only time will tell. Once again, I have no actual knowledge of how anything will turn out. None of us do. So what do I say to inspire not only you all, but myself? I started to research inspirational quotes, and I came across a website that highlighted the top 25 most inspirational movie quotes of all time. So I thought, in the age of Netflix, what could be better? So here are 11 of the quotes that really stood out to me. Number 1, do or do not, there is no try. Yoda, Star Wars, Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Number 2, oh yes, the past can hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it. Rafiki, The Lion King. Number 3, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Number 4, you can't live your life for other people. You've got to do what's right for you, even if it hurts some people you love. Nicholas Sparks, The Notebook. Now, number 5 and number 6 kind of go together. Number 5 being, we are who we choose to be, the Green Goblin, Spider-Man. And number 6 being, it is not our abilities that show what we truly are, it is our choices. Dumbledore, Harry Potter, and the Chamber of Secrets. Both these quotes carry the theme of choices. We have the choice to be the person we want to be, so choose wisely. Number 7, it is what you do right now that makes a difference. Black Hawk Down. Number 8, great men are not born great, they grow great. Mario Puzo, The Godfather. Number 9, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. Gandalf, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Number 10, if you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights. And finally, number 11, I know what I have to do now. I've got to keep breathing because tomorrow the sun will rise, and who knows what the tide could bring. Castaway. This quote brings us back to the theme of hope. Always have hope. Be optimistic, because tomorrow is a new day, and greatness is awaiting you. Thank you to everyone who has helped the graduating class of 2016 get to where we are today, including our families, teachers, and God. I would like to personally thank my mom and dad for the infinite amount of support and love they have provided me with. Congratulations, class of 2016. I hope nothing but the best for all of you.
When I thought about graduation, all I could think about was getting across the stage, getting my diploma, and getting out of here. I didn't want to listen to a bunch of nerds give their speeches about their high school experience. Then, about a month before graduation, Mr. Justice informed me that I was one of those nerds. Really, though, really. Good morning, class of 2016. We made it. First, I'd like to thank everyone who has led our class on the path to graduation. Thank you, teachers, staff, custodians, and administration for all the hours that you have put in that have allowed us to walk this stage today. And of course, how could I forget Steve Wheatley, who taught me one of life's greatest lessons: work smarter, not harder. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family for the overwhelming support that they've always given me and the great work ethic that they've instilled in my life, especially my parents. Mom, Dad, thank you. As a class, many of us have achieved great things to this point. We've had state champion athletes, great musicians, academic all-stars, and many more. Overall, we've had what most people would define as a very successful class. However, it's not other people who define success. Success is what you, as the individual, want it to be, and no accomplishment or person can define it for you. As coaching legend Vince Lombardi once said, "The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. There is a stigma that success is only measured by whether or not a goal was accomplished. On the contrary, it is measured by whether or not you worked your hardest to achieve the goal that was set. This leads us into the value of hard work and dedication. Take me as an example. Being valedictorian was never a goal that I had in mind. My goal was to be the best that I could possibly be in my academics. I'm not standing on this stage giving this speech because I was born with great knowledge and intelligence. It was my hard work and determination inside and outside of the classroom that provided me with the honor of giving this speech today. I'll readily admit that I'm not the smartest person in the class of 2016. Class rankings don't measure anyone's intelligence. Therefore, I have no doubts that anyone in our class could be standing in my shoes today. I'm not saying that I've worked harder than everyone because we all have different goals. On the other hand, what I am saying is that through hard work and dedication, anything is possible, and it will lead us to greater things that we could have never imagined. So, class of 2016, remember, once again, that success is what you make it, and that through hard work, no goal is insurmountable. As we embark on this next chapter in life, let us never forget who and what got us to this point. And lastly, remember that you've got the potential to be truly special and change the lives of others around you. Thank you.
Good morning, parents, teachers, friends, and finally, good morning, class of 2016. Now, I've been thinking a lot about how I could inspire this class, but that is a lot harder than you might think. I've searched for cheesy quotes about changing the future and succeeding, but in hindsight, I don't know what everyone wants to do. I do know that all of us have the end goal of success, but there are so many steps in between then and now, the majority of which are completely unknown. With the future so close, we all have questions. I know that some of us want to be in the military, and others want to be teachers, chefs, or doctors, and a lot of us, including myself, have absolutely no clue what we want in life. But no matter what we have decided or what we haven't, this is the time that they throw us out into the world and expect us to be okay. Now that our adventure together is over and the next steps of our lives are starting, I figured we might all need some encouragement. So I took all of my high school knowledge and came up with some points that might be a little bit helpful for all of us. Point number 1, take everything one day at a time. Don't stress out about all of the things that you have to do on Friday and neglect the fact that it is only Monday. Go slow, but not too slow. You will get it done eventually. And remember that there is always time for a break. Point number 2, treat this next year as an adventure. An adventure with no map or clues to get you through it, but an adventure all the same. I know that doesn't sound like much fun, and I am a little bit terrified of not knowing what to expect, but it might be interesting. Point number 3, don't forget about your old friends, teachers, or parents. They have gotten you through these 4 years, and I am sure that they won't mind helping you through the next. Who knows? You might just need the dorks from high school in order to get through college. Point number 4, learn as much as you can, because knowledge will lead to success, and success is almost always followed by money. And as we all know, money is a good thing. But in all seriousness, gaining knowledge is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Point number 5, dream big. I know this sounds cliche, but it carries some truth. Don't give up on yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else will. Whatever you think you can't do, you probably can, but it's your choice. And finally, I wish you all the best of luck in whatever you may choose to do in this next step of life. And I won't keep you waiting much longer, because I know we all want those diplomas. But I find it necessary to leave you with a cheesy quote about changing the world and succeeding. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Henry David Thoreau. Thank you.
Dwell not upon what has been done, but what remains to do. Dr. Thomas Dent Muter. So, it's finally here. Today is the day we get to step out of our comfort zones and into our exciting futures. As we make that step into the future, we have the privilege to take with us everything that we have learned during our years at Perry High School. Every one of us has seen challenges. We have learned how to win and lose graciously and to keep on going no matter what. We have learned to face, and rise above our fears. For most of us, accepting that diploma and walking away from this chapter in our lives is the most terrifying thing we have ever done. But we're going to do it and go on to bigger and better things. I would like to thank everyone who has helped this graduating class get to where we are today. I would like to thank our amazing teachers, those both inside of school and outside of school. I want to thank all the loyal friends who have stood by us. I would like to thank the faculty at Perry High School. Finally, I would like to thank all of the families. On a personal note, I would like to thank my parents for the amazing support they have always given me. As Dr. Seuss once said, "Kid, you'll move mountains. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you and congratulations."
Once again, good morning, welcome. Thanks for sharing our morning activity. We're having a great time. Before I get started, I want to thank Mr. Henderson for a great job for the band. I also would like to thank our teachers, our counselors that did such a wonderful job this year. We worked very hard, and we had a great year this year. Thank you. Most of all, I want to thank our seniors. We made it. I told you, we're going to make this. We did it. Good job. I told you this year would fly by, and it was just yesterday, we were in August, changing your schedule. So we made it. All right. Yesterday, I was wondering out loud in the teacher's lounge, which I was wondering, I wasn't talking. I'm thinking, what speech am I going to give today? One of my teachers spoke up and said, "Why don't you give the one you used last year?" I'm thinking, you know, I didn't know. He said, "No one listened to it either. You can go ahead and use it again." I've been very lucky to be these students' principal for the last 4 years. We have spent a lot of time together. Some more than others. I do have one quote myself I'd like to share with them. And Braden, I didn't call you a nerd, I just made an inference. But my favorite quote is, "Be concerned with your character, more concerned with your character than your reputation. A true test of a person's character is what they do when no one's looking." Like I told you, always do the right thing. This group is very gifted academically. We had awards assembly this week. Over $500,000 went out the door to these people. Locally, $50,000 was awarded to these people. I think we need to thank our community for contributing. %60 of these students sitting here was awarded some type of scholarship. That's a good percentage. One of our students scored 34 out of 35 on their ACT. Wonderful. I just want you to remember, as smart as you've become, you can always still say, "I don't know." I want you to remember, you can always still say, "I'll get back to you." This will come in really handy next week when your parents say, "When are you getting out of the house?" You can always say, "I don't know, but I'm going to get back to you." This group is very gifted musically. The band won state sweepstakes 2 of the 4 years. Wonderful. We're very gifted athletically. We won multi-state championships. And this is a very honorable class. 3 of our students has enrolled in the military and is going to serve our country. So now here's why we're here. Would the senior class please come forward?
Alexandra Claire Andrews. Adrian Michelle Atherton. Braden Vaughn Baird. James Lee Battles III. Erica Dawn Berger. Austin Hunter Bole. Colton Michael Bunyard. Andrew Benjamin Casey. Jeremiah Wayne Chafin. Noah Lewis Clausen. Keely Kenna Coldiron. Callie Paige Curtis. Adam Michael Dale. McKenna Marie Dale. Piper Shannon Dean. Rosalie Louise Doman. Londi Lynn Donaldson. Brendan Wayne Douglas. Jordan Kaylin Fakin. Matthew William Fisher. Kyle Robert Forsyth. Dylan Nicholas Fortney. Ethan Michael Fortney. Dalton Allen Haymaker. Lane William Harmon. Morgan Marie Horn. Kaylee Ashton Ingram. Brandon Dwayne Jones. Montana Lee Keith. Macy Marie Kincaid. Mark Logan Manley. James Brian Matthews. Cynthia Lee Oliver. Mackenzie Lauren Reedus. Mackenzie Bell Richards. Cedar Gustine Rubidou. Blake Ashton Sanders. Brett Lee Skuvenick. Caitlin Michelle Seeliger. Donnie Joe Smith. Dustin Bradley Smith. Tony Danielle Smith. Trenton William Stover. Mason Alexander Taylor. Jessica Lane Treese. Maria Danielle Valencia Hinkle. Dorothy Amelia Walton. Stephen Heston Warden Ivers. Lindy Marie Wells. Alexander Hiram Wheeler. Andrew Lewis de Oliveira Wisdom. Terry Wayne Wright.
Isn't this the best day? Seniors, please stand. You may move your tassel, By the power vested to me by the state of Oklahoma, you are now graduates of Perry High School.
Thank you. This now concludes the 2016 graduation ceremony. Have a great day, and thank you for coming.